Fear versus faith. Running on anxiety, running on fear versus just believing in yourself and having focused discipline. I guess that's going to be the topic that I want to talk about because it happens so much. And it happens so much when you allow people to grade you, or they're close to you and you respect them, or you value their opinion. And it's one of those things as if you see the very wealthy people, very rich people, the people who have cracked the code in our society, you notice that there's only 2 people or 3 people that they'll actually value their opinion. Because those are the people that can affect them emotionally. For me, I was married and I got divorced. And my ex-wife was a narcissist. And everything had to be about her. And she had to be a victim for everything. And everything happened to her. And she just, couldn't possibly understand why the world hated her so much. But she never did anything to change it. And she would always tear me down or break me down in such a way to make the world better for her. And so throughout me living with her and then me trying to grow these multiple companies, I had all the stress of opening the companies, which most of the time that stress alone would kill somebody. Then I had to go back home and fight for every decision I made, every direction I went with, every decision, anything. If I want cheese on my cheeseburger, I got questioned about that. Literally, it was that bad. And so my dopamine levels went down. My cortisol levels went up. And what ended up happening was I was on a constant tiny dose of fight or flight at all times. And so it added to that fear. So are you in this state? I pray you're not. I pray you're not. But if you value everybody's opinion and you want to make everybody happy, that means you're opening the doors to every single person's thought process. You're opening doors to every single person being a critic of you. And you've heard this in movies, you've heard this in literature, you've read this in books, and people are talking about these different things is, you ever want to kill a dream, tell it to somebody else. Where do you think that statement comes from? That statement comes from people that are already running off of fear. They're already scared. And so they're going to show you all the pitfalls and all the problems that could go wrong. So A, you don't step in those pitfalls. They're trying to be a nice person. But in all honesty, when you really boil it down to it, they're so scared to take that leap of faith that they're not going to let you to take it either. So those dreams are now going to get killed. Your dreams are going to get killed by somebody else simply because they're running off of fear and you're already scared. That's why you're talking about it versus doing it. So how do you get out of that mindset of fear and onto faith? Well, I will tell you that I'm going to really butcher where I got this from, but I'm going to try the best to give credit where credit is due. There was a Navy commander that gave a speech of a college, and it's all over YouTube. It's millions and millions of hits. And he said the first step to being active and having a good focused discipline and having faith is to make your bed in the morning. Now, it's not pretty basic, and I had to watch this video a couple of times, but what he was basically saying was, you need a win right out the gate. As soon as you wake up, you need a win to prove to yourself that I can do it, I can accomplish it, I can win, and there's a victory. So you make your bed. Now, you think about that, it's amazing in all of its own. You get up, you turn around, you make the bed. It is now beautiful. It is nice, presentable. The room looks nice. It doesn't look cluttered. And you've accomplished something in the first 30 seconds you've gotten up. Dopamine levels in your brain have secreted and said, okay, this is positive. This is a win. You're happy and you're already on the positive track. So when he said, if you want to be focused, have focused discipline, the first thing you need to do is make your bed. The older I've gotten, the more I realize how accurate that statement was. Because it's the little wins that add up to the big victories.